Hey guys, my name is Eric and I'm the founder of Daily Fantasy Nerd. We're going to go over day 3 of the FanDuel Partners Championship slate, and I'm going to show you how I came up with my lineup using Daily Fantasy Nerd. Let's get started. So we have the Vegas odds here. I think there's nothing too big to worry about aside from the Spurs and maybe the Charlotte Philly game in terms of blowout potential. The New Orleans Houston game looks good to target, as well as the Portland Boston game and the Washington Minnesota game in terms of over unders. We'll start off by sorting by player likes. So this is Daily Fantasy Nerds users and which players they like to get a general idea of the top chalk plays for the day. And we'll also sort by value to get a good idea of the value plays, strong value plays, or bang for buck for the day. So cool. I'll start by going through the point guard position by position. I like D'Angelo Russell today. He's been playing really well as of late, especially since he's been starting. He had a career high game last game. My only concern here is that it's the back end of a back-to-back, and Kobe's coming back, so this shot field goal attempts here should probably fall a little bit with Kobe out or Kobe back. But Lou Williams is out, and so that should help maintain his minute level. So I like D'Angelo, and I also really like CP3. His projected value isn't that great, but he's been playing well his last 5 here. And historically, he's done really well against OKC. This is the last 2 season average against OKC here. And with Blake Griffin out, his production's been really high, his minutes has been really high, and he's just overall been really consistent. So I'm going to lock in CP3. Let's take a look at the shooting guards. This one's pretty straightforward for me. There's just 2 really strong value plays here in Levine and Barton. With Danilo Gallinari out, Barton's picking up a lot of the minute slack. You can see he's playing 30 minutes a game, 39 minutes a game. And with Kevin Martin bought out, Levine looks like he's going to be able to get a lot of minutes now. So I'm going to lock in both of those guys. At the small forward position, Matt Barnes is a real value pick here. Good opposing matchup, been playing a ton of minutes with Tony Allen out. So I'm going to lock him in. At the power forward position, Darrell Arthur is a good value, again with Gallinari out. And there's a lot of really good value here in the form of Aaron Gordon, Jeremy Grant with Okafor out, Portis with Taj Gibson out. Fareed I actually really like too because he's playing against a weak Lakers defense, and Gallinari's also out. And Jabari, his field goal attempts has gone way up. Ever since Monroe and Michael Carter-Williams moved to the bench, his usage rate has gone up a lot. So there's a lot of strong value plays at power forward today. So I'm not going to lock anybody in yet. At the center position, you can see the values are a little bit weaker here. Today, I actually really like Boogie. And I think in large part because this DVP matchup is really misleading because it assumes the season average, where Marc Gasol is one of the top defensive centers in the league. Without Marc Gasol, I think it's Chris Anderson starting, or JaMychal Green might get some minutes guarding Boogie, or Zach Randolph, and all 3 of them are pretty average, if not subpar, defenders. Additionally, Rudy Gay is out today, so he's going to get a ton of shots. You can actually see that Boogie's been getting a ton of field goal attempts. Like, he's guaranteed, I would think, with Rudy Gay out to get at least minimum 20 field goal attempts. I would say more realistically at least 25 field goal attempts. And so he has a very high floor with that and a very high ceiling as well. So despite the poor historical average, I'm going to chalk that up to him being guarded by Marc Gasol. And so I really like Boogie today, so I'm going to lock him in. So let's build a lineup and see where that kind of gets us with this core group of players that we've locked in. Cool. I actually really don't mind this lineup. Giannis has been doing really well lately. for the same reason as Jabari with Monroe and MCW moving to the bench. He's getting way more minutes, and Michael Carter-Williams is actually out today, so he looks really good. But with the amount of value at power forward, I probably want to pay up a little bit more there, just because the opportunity cost is higher by going with these cheaper plays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock in Jabari, just because he's been playing so many minutes. His last 5 average has been really strong, and he's basically getting like nearly double, 50% to double of an increase in field goal attempts on his season average. So I really like him today. So I want to lock in Jabari. Okay, so Fareed, I mentioned previously, I like him a lot. The last 3 games, he's been killing it. And for someone to get almost 7x value in 22 minutes is insane. And his per minute production is really crazy. He's playing the Lakers, so he has a really good chance of mimicking that level of production. And with Danilo Gallinari out, I wouldn't be surprised if he's playing like 28 minutes and above. So I really like him as a play. Covington, I'm always kind of a little bit hesitant about rostering him, just because he's so inconsistent. You can see he's actually the perfect GPP play, because he's so volatile. But with Okafor out, and a bunch of the Philly players are actually on minutes limits today, so I think it's pretty safe to say that he's going to get at least 30 minutes, if not like 32 to 34 minutes today. You can see that he probably would have gotten more minutes against Washington if he didn't foul out here. So I think he has a pretty solid 4x floor with a good amount of upside. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this lineup here today. I hope you found this video instructive. If you haven't had a chance to sign up for Daily Fantasy Nerd, you can do so by going to dailyfantasynerd.com, where our homepage is, and clicking Get Started free. Thanks for following along, and you can check out our progress by following the link provided in the video. Thanks.